everybody. Welcome back to the Renny and D-Mac half hour show.
I don't look like Renny.
No, you're not Renny?
No, I'm not Renny.
Oh, Renny's still not back. He's on vacation in Escondido.
I don't think he'll call it vacation.
Okay, maybe not a vacation, but he's taking care of some business over there. He is staying in a nice place, I think. Yeah, all right. So, could be worse.
Yeah.
I was trying to put him in the motel where they leave the light on.
We'll leave the light on.
Yeah,
Motel 6.
Yeah, but he's like not having any of that. So I guess we'll be seeing him hopefully next week. But for now, we got Angelito, our relief pitcher.
There we go.
And so we're going to be going over our weekly little kind of our cafe talk that we typically would have over lunch, but we're going to have it with all of our audience,
all of our viewers,
all of our
YouTube viewers,
all of our big YouTube viewers,
all of our 365 viewers. Nice to see you guys out there.
Oh, I wish it was 365, man. We'd be really up there. But hey, you got to start somewhere, right?
There we go.
Hey, Lionel Messi.
Lionel Messi is no longer playing for Barcelona.
That is a trip, man. That dude has been there for about 19, 20 years or something like that. And
19 years.
He actually started doing soccer in camps, I think, in Spain since he was like 13 or something years old or whatever.
No, he's an incredible player, and he's like the smallest one normally on the field.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess both parties did agree to like a 5-year extension.
Right.
But because of salary caps, they weren't able to do it.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're predicting that Barcelona's going to lose $600 million.
Why?
Because he's not going to be playing on the team.
So they won't be winning championships
anymore? They won't be winning championships. People go to see this guy play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So what do you think he's going to be in the English Premier League or something?
Right now they're saying that he's going to be like in Paris, in the Saint Germain.
Oh, yeah. He go Paris.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, that he's going to go play over there.
Yeah,
but we'll see how that comes out to be.
Yeah, well, that dude right there is one of the top dogs.
Yeah.
Been one of the top dogs for the last 20 years.
Yeah,
so.
He's very exciting to watch play.
Yeah, so those guys, man, they get some big dollars too, man. They get worldwide dollar. I mean, it's not that popular here in the United States, but it got some worldwide dollars. And
soccer's getting there, though. Soccer's building up.
USA just won the cup, the
Copa America.
Yeah, the goal. Yeah. The CONCACAF Cup. They just beat Mexico 1-0 with like a real young team. Like the youngest guys. It was kind of, they said like the B squad, but no, it's just a bunch of young guys, and they kind of held in. And in the first overtime with maybe a couple minutes left, they got just won and beat Mexico, which is like, I think the first time in about 5 tries or whatever for the championships in CONCACAF that they did that. So we'll see what happens with USA soccer.
Yeah.
We'll see if they start coming up with that. I heard LeBron James was all pissed off. He sent a little text because people were complaining about
his old team.
Yeah, his old team. Well, I mean, he's gotten hurt. Anthony Davis is still young. He's 20, but he's always hurt. And then they got Carmelo Anthony. He's getting old. They in Westbrook. So they're putting all these guys together. And so they're, all the commentators were saying that, they weren't going to be so good. It's just like trying to mix and match all this stuff. And he was sending out a tweet, but he ended up erasing that tweet already or whatever. So
yeah, I heard one commentator say that they're signing a 2012 All-Star basketball team in 2021.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Kind of reminds me of like when Michael Jordan came back for his second trip and he was over there in the Wizards, and he kind of started combining all these old guys to try to win now.
That was like his third trip coming back, no?
Yeah.
He left the Bulls, came back to the Bulls. And I actually saw a documentary about that, saying that he left the Bulls because he got caught by the NBA on gambling. When he wasn't gambling to lose, he was gambling to win.
Oh, well, Pete Rose got jacked for his whole life for doing that.
But I was gambling to lose, though.
No.
I was gambling to win?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was gambling to lose.
Man. You just can't gamble for any of that stuff, man. Yeah, well, and the Olympics are still on. I was really proud of, I think her name is Mesa Stocks. She did this really cool American, like she was so proud. She won a wrestling. And she was just on there just going crazy, or just her whole spirit. And they asked her, what is it like to win something for America? And she's like, oh, I love this country. Her parents came from, I don't know if she was born in Ghana, but her dad was from Ghana. And you could just see that she was just so happy. And she was like, I forgot. Oh yeah, so her opponent was from Nigeria, and supposedly in Africa, from Ghana, and Nigerians don't probably get along. They don't mix. So she was like, and she's like, her dad passed away, but she's like, oh yeah, but even at the end, my dad would have been happy because we beat the Nigerians, but she was so happy to just be American, and with all the stuff of like anti-American now, it's probably it's pretty nice to see that. And the Americans are also doing really well with the medal counts. Chinese were kind of beating them there, but I think in the last few days they've really been starting to pick it up.
Yeah, I think the total medal count, we got China at 79 total medals, the United States with 91, and Japan with 51. But China is beating in the gold. They got 36 compared to the United States 31.
Yeah, so
they got more gold medals, but we'll see it to the end.
I don't know when's the last final.
Track and field is kind of.
I guess we're getting pretty close again towards the end. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. Another big thing in the news was the New York, the governor Andrew Cuomo. Sexual harassment.
Wow.
So they say they got 11 women that have come. 11 women.
He's like Tiger Woods.
Dang. But Tiger Woods wasn't her sexual harassment from what I think he just got busted.
Yeah.
He had all these chicks around town, so he's flying.
They were all porn stars too. That's, you know what I mean? I blame that on Michael Jordan. I saw a Tiger Woods documentary as well.
Something like that.
Yeah, because he had like a really shook father, so he didn't know how to talk to women. And he asked Michael Jordan, he goes, hey man, what do I tell these women? And Michael Jordan's just telling me Tiger Woods. And that's I'm Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I'm Tiger Woods. You're like, that's all I need to know,
bro. Like,
but this dude right here, they have the Attorney General came out with like a 129-page document of these people saying that they're grabbing girls on the butt, rubbing their bellies, asking young girls, are
the butts sticking out? You know what I mean? They're wearing tight pants?
Apparently this dude was like, he's claiming, because he's Italian.
Well, he's from New York, you know what I mean? That's how they greet people.
What's going on? Hey, quick, No, but that's one of the things that he's claiming that, that's the way that Italians are. They're really, touching them. Yeah, Biden claimed that too when they were like, oh no, that's the way he is. But apparently Biden was skinny dipping in front of like his... Wow. He was skinny dipping in front of his security, security staff or whatever. That people were all, so.
When you're the president, you can't go skinny dipping. I mean,
no, I think this was before his presidency. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm sure, but you got people around you. You can be skinny dipping in front, especially now with everything the way that it is. You ain't supposed to be getting naked.
What about when you go to a nudist bar? Let's just say you go to a nudist area, you go to a nudist pool, and you're a politician.
Yeah, but everybody's there kind of being nude. But these guys, bro, would you want to see?
I mean, I'm not going to be looking at him, but I'm not going to complain about it. If that's what he wants to do, let him do it.
You be good with that?
Yeah. If it puts a smile on his face, but if he's all skinny dip and he's mad, then I'm going to complain. Like, what the fuck is going on? I got no clothes on, all mad as fuck. Like, what's
that? Man, who knows? Man, nobody knows. They always, but these guys are always virtue signaling about everybody, all this movement and that movement, and they claim to be like the top dogs.
Nobody can cast no stone.
No one's immune. Everybody's sinful. Everybody has done something. You can get skeletons from everybody's closet. But what I don't like is that when they're doing it, but then they're pointing the finger at everybody else, at this guy and that guy. But they end up doing it. Even like going back to Governor Newsom, man. So he's getting close to getting recalled, and Larry Elder is right on his tail, but people are just sick of it.
So are we voting for that? Like, when are we voting?
Yeah, well, they're gonna have a special election. First, you got to vote to first see if the majority of Californians have to vote to say that they are recalling him, and then after that, then they're gonna vote for who would be recalling him.
It's a special. So how much does it cost us to do that?
I don't know. It's a few million, but what's it costing us to have this dude still in office? Especially the dude just a straight up like I said, his winery was exempt from being closed. He's at the French Laundry, which is, if not the nicest restaurant in all the United States, one in the world, with a $14,000 wine tab. He's there with no mask, no social distancing. So there's all the stuff that we have to abide by. Him and Pelosi I think Pelosi's his aunt. She's getting her hair cut. They're also They're also going to be thinking, I think, August 11th, they're going to be thinking of doing lockdowns again nationwide.
Wow.
They're already locking down LA. They're also in New York. They're wanting to put like some cards or some passes so that you can go into restaurants, to go to entertainment. They're thinking about doing that here in LA. So if you're not vaccinated, if you're unvaccinated, even if you've had COVID already and you got the antibodies, or let's just say like myself, where I have the nerve issues or something like that, so that's really high risk for me. And there's some people that have some dilemmas without actual medical dilemmas where that could affect them. They're like being treated like second-class citizens. You have like Germany, Australia, where they're beating up protesters.
They don't want to get vaccinated?
They're just out protesting peacefully. But I'm watching some news stuff. Even I think it was the United Nations put out something saying that they're very, very concerned, and they're going to be probing into the police that are mistreating, protesters. Which, if you're in countries that you're just protesting peacefully, you shouldn't be getting beat up.
That just happens everywhere. Once you give people a certain power over somebody else, they kind of abuse it. And now because everybody has a cell phone camera, we're seeing it more.
Yeah.
Like I have in-laws that used to work for the sheriff, right? And what ends up happening is that they train you, you're outnumbered, you gotta be tough. And you train in jail, right? And then after you go so many years in jail, you're out in the public community. It's a totally different mindset for being in the public than when they're being in jail. Yeah. But they keep that same mindset of intimidation. Yeah. Well,
sometimes you gotta. Well, we definitely know there's always room for improvement in anything. Mm-hmm. In anything. So policing, tough job, man. Tough job. Trying to take, but right now with defunding all the police and every one of the big, New York, LA, Chicago, every one of them, the crime rate is, it's up high. Higher? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's way higher from all the defunding. And in fact, a lot of them are, like in Portland, they defunded so much of it. Now they're like asking to come back. There's so many retirees for the police officers. And you know what? It usually hurts. Black and brown people are the ones. The other people who are in their nice suburban neighborhoods or whatever behind their closed gates. They don't need protection.
I gotta buy a gate.
Yeah.
You gotta buy a gate.
You gotta buy a fence.
Yeah, I do gotta get a fence.
Yeah.
My next door neighbor.
Your next door neighbor's not
about my fence.
Not wanting to hooking up with your fences.
My fence isn't white enough. What about New England? They have no guns. They don't have a lot of gun violence over there with no guns. Why don't we just get rid of all the guns? Do we really need a gun?
It's our Second Amendment right to have guns.
I'm just saying,
but usually
need a gun.
I know, but usually the people that, how would I say, the law-abiding citizens aren't the ones that are
breaking it.
Yeah, and I'm not sure, but in Mexico, I'm not sure if you're allowed to have guns in Mexico or not.
Mexico, everybody has. That's where you get like all the AKs and bring them over here.
But that's what I'm saying. And so I know that you're not allowed to leave the United States and go to Mexico with the gun, because I see it when we go over there.
I'm pretty sure you can't go to Mexico and bring a gun over here.
Yeah.
That's not allowed.
Well, the Mexican government has got a lawsuit against the gun companies.
Really?
Yeah, they just put a lawsuit out on there because but like you're saying everybody in Mexico's got a gun.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just like, I don't know what their laws are like over there, but the guys that are committing all the crimes are using.
I'm just saying, if we just get rid of all the guns, we wouldn't have so many shootings. There's no more guns.
But how are you going to protect yourself from the government in case the government gets all wacky and crazy? They come after you.
What does New England do?
I don't know.
Right?
We're gonna have to leave that one. We're gonna probably have to leave that one.
You guys gotta answer. Do you think we should keep guns, leave guns? But I don't think we need guns. If nobody has guns, right? The worst thing could happen, you get stabbed. You get hit with a baseball bat. Well, that's olden days, right?
That does happen, like in London and a lot.
I would rather.
Where they have mass stabbings where people have had 4 or 5 people that have gotten stabbed to death. Yeah, they go through and they get mass stabbings.
I'd rather get stabbed than shot by a gun. Mass stabbing, they're like 4 or 5 people. Or mass shootings, or how many people are dying?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like 30 people
I'm gonna have to get back with you. I'm gonna have to get back with you with the.
I take it you're a gun owner?
No, I don't have a gun. No, it's just as a Second Amendment right that they've always had, just to protect yourself. Really,
I mean,
protect. It's just mostly for protection, and also it's a way for for the government not to be able just overtake somebody when they want to. Because back in the day, it used to be, maybe it's a little bit more civilized now.
It's different. Not only that, but back in the day, they had slavery and we took that out.
Yeah.
And we had, prohibition. We took it out, put it back. Took it out, put it back, took it out, put it back.
Yeah, I guess you could look at things in a different way. But most of the people with, like, let's say, with the guns, are law abiding, and so you're just worried because the guys that are the criminals out there doing all the crazy.
I'm just saying, if we didn't have guns, we wouldn't be shooting.
Well, man, run for governor, bro.
What I mean? I got a Nerf gun. I got a lot of Nerf guns.
Hey, run for governor right now.
There's so many people that like guns though. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I've been to a shooting range and it's exciting to shoot a gun because you feel the power.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't own a gun or any of that type of stuff, so I'm not really a gun type of guy like that. But hey, I do believe in rights, and that's a Second Amendment right. So I'm just like, hey. When they got the Constitution, bro, that was written, and I mean,
like I said, so was slavery.
Yeah.
They got rid of that, right?
Yeah. But
exactly.
That's apples and oranges, bro.
You know what I mean? We can move forward in a positive way with slavery. We can move forward in a positive way with getting rid of guns.
Getting rid of guns until you need guns.
New England does it.
Yeah, right? I gotta look at that. I gotta look at that law.
Because I seen what is it, like on YouTube, where like there's a car chase, right? And normally in LA there's a car chase. You get like 4 or 5 cops. Everybody's pointing a gun at a person to get the car out. In New England, all the cops just run to the door, open up the door, and drag the guy out. Like,
New England or England?
England, I'm sorry.
England. Yeah. I was thinking New England. Yeah. No, you're meaning England. Yeah.
England. Yeah. They just run to the car and pull the guy out.
Yeah. They get a Bobby just gets out with a billy club and beats him.
How about Canada? Can you have a gun in Canada?
I don't know, but they got a lot of forests and a lot of people go hunting and. People go hunting.
I guess certain areas make sense.
Maybe you're talking like some type of crazy like machine guns or something like that. Yeah, I could see that.
So
it's just like rifles. How about rifles? People go hunting. People do. There's a lot of people that do stuff for sport. There's even in the Olympics they have shooting. No. In the Olympics.
Yeah. No, I seen that.
Bro, it's a tough subject.
It's just been around for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty soon they're gonna have cockfighting in the Olympics, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think they used to have it. So, but like you said, things change. Right?
Yeah, things change.
And they still haven't dealt with anything with government with Cuba, and that's another one. We can't have guns in Cuba, so you see how there's no way that they can overthrow that type of a government. The government just comes down on them, and no type of guns.
That's a communist, that's communist.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So but they don't allow any type of guns in there, so there's no way to kind of do any type of uprising. So, but
like a civil war.
Yeah. No civil war. Not allowed to have any civil wars, bro.
I think we tried to hop on one time in the Bay of Pigs, right?
Yeah, but then nobody showed up. They sent some.
I think we left our guy stranded there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they sent some special kind of forces first, and they were supposed to come behind, and nobody showed up after them. So,
wow.
Happens. And then the eviction moratorium, they were supposed to not have the evictions were supposed to stop, but they gave it a couple of
more months.
A couple more months.
To start.
Well, yeah, it was supposed to start to be able to do evictions, and then they do a couple more months. They're fighting in court to see if it's legal, if it's not legal to be doing it. So
that's a tough scenario, man.
Yeah,
it's really tough because you got people that can't pay their rent, and you don't want the population to go homeless. And then you got the homeowners that not paying their mortgage, but they're in the forbearance, so it's not like they're paying on their mortgage, anyways. And the USA just printing out money. Here's money for here, here's money for there.
Here's here.
And then they get one of those copy machines.
Yeah, no, I know.
Those printing machines.
It devalues the money, and then we just keep getting in more and more debt. Where, at one point, the debt's usually paid by the working people from their taxes, and that's how they usually kind of do that. But now, people don't want to go to work, and so there's this crazy balance going on.
Yeah, and we're kicking people out of their houses, but we're sending people to space.
Yeah.
For $30 million a ticket or something like that?
Well, bro, those guys, they don't even want, like you and I were like, man, we'd like to travel the world or whatever. They're like, we're tired of traveling the world.
We're going to go to space.
We want to go somewhere to space.
We want to go to outer space.
Those types of folks are a different
level.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with the recall. We'll see what happens with the Olympics. They're going to be in their little final their final couple days here, where we always do pretty well in track and field.
Yes,
and hopefully they don't do any more lockdowns or whatever. We can keep getting back to business.
Yeah, my kids are going back to school. They need to go back to school.
Yeah, well, that was another thing that everybody was mad about with Gavin Newsom, is that his own kids were in school, but then he was saying not to have people. They need to go see their friends. They need to be they need to
socialize.
Yeah, they need to socialize, and they need to. There's a lot of mentors there, that are at the schools, especially football teams and that stuff. And there's a lot of, dads that aren't around, and so a lot of coaches.
That's another thing too that I found out, that like a lot of kids have strict parents or conservative parents, and they have nobody to talk to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. My daughter was talking about they were in a Zoom class, and some student asked, "What's your opinion on gay people?" And the teacher wasn't even allowed to answer. She just kind of like referred them to their parents. But that's like a tough scenario where, like, if you're in a strict home and you're gay or bisexual or whatever it is, and you can't talk to your parents about it, and you wonder if you're going to go to hell for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And you don't know nobody to talk to.
Well, that's I'll tell you that is something that's tougher. I mean, not even just gay or just in general, being able to talk to your parents about, like, just alcohol, drugs. Just a bunch of stuff.
Drugs are bad.
Yeah, but you're open with your kids. I'm open with my kids, so I talk to them about everything. But most parents, most parents aren't talking to their kids and aren't open with their kids about anything.
Yeah, that's tough.
They don't talk to them about money. They don't talk to them about social stuff. They're just like, hey, and then even a lot of kids don't even. They're just like doing their own thing, and it's kind of a separate. It's sad because you should have a good dialogue with your kids, but
you gotta talk to your kids, man.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, because they have all that stuff that they want to talk. I mean, you're pretty open, and I'm sure that you've learned new stuff where you would have wished 3 years ago you probably would have known.
Yeah.
There's just something.
I wish I was a kid growing up now. When I did a study or something, we had to go to the library, we had to get an encyclopedia, and now I just, hey Siri, who's this? Who's that?
Yeah, but we used to get out though too. You'd get out, go to the library, go mess around with your friends in the library, get kicked out of the library.
You can't mess around in the library.
Yeah, well, I know. Yeah. That's why we get kicked out of the library. But, stuff like that. But nowadays, we got a different world out there. All right, so I think we're good with our
current events for the week.
Current events for the week. And we will see you guys next week. Si Dios quiere.
Have a great day, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment, hit us up if you want us to answer any questions. If you believe guns are good, guns are bad, let us know. Let us know. Any comments, drop them in here. We know what he thinks. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.